Proof that gods in Celestia came from beyond this world. The only thing I know, and I kind of called it Abyss Order. An entire nation was relocated. The door of depths was sealed. That nation was stirred in an eastern expedition to cover the... Enkanomiya? Enkanomiya got hands in the book? Their secrets? What the fuck is the... Wait, so Celestia isn't heaven and earth like we know here. It's an entire entity from God knows somewhere. Is this how Honkai comes in here? I got so many questions. But I said this much. That's all you have to say? I'm going to grit your teeth in anger? We're used to this. You seriously want to get beaten up that badly? Yeah. At least that you refer to our ex-circuits and lectors. I knew it. They're trying to find the book. Why the heck is Aether then? You tricked me, didn't you?
Phew, I'd underestimate you. Goodness no, but I suppose the Clark is ultimately known as for a hero.
I look like a hero to you? You messed with the wrong moron. Why'd you take us?
You mean, why wouldn't I? I'm a creature writhing in the abyss. You're immortal walking the sun.
But we had a bond, though. I still love you.
I mean, I was thinking, see, I can't find this book no matter where I look. Might it be with you? Perhaps I dispose of you, then so aren't you? This worth me carrying all these
Min cabbage files. I wonder what they're trying to do.
Oh, you got the picture. Their reason why you should kill me. Have a reason against. There's only one. I'd rather like you.
How about not taking on someone you can't beat?
Yes, I fail, and we all learn a little something today, didn't we? I suppose you shouldn't trust people that easy in the future.
I kind of called it. Take that, take that little fellow by yourself. Perhaps you shall someday face
betrayal from that corner too, who knows?
Hey, you trying to split us up here? Nah, she's a little idiot the way she is now.
Oh, come on, you don't learn anything at all. Oh, whatever, you have much time to talk. I'll depart for now, we'll meet again.
Come on, though. Wait, is that it? Look at them in the corner. Expect betrayal. And that's the secret room, isn't it? I knew this place. Remember back then when I said, if Tokyo Omikami knew about this. The book, show me the book he hid. He banned to read. What we wish to record is a tale of how heavens will take shape on the earth below. O heavenly God, those creations are your works. Where is divine wisdom? Let us endlessly record. When the dozell branches, when the eternal throne of the heavens came, the world was made anew. Then the true Lord, the primordial one, came forth and did battle against the seven terrifying sovereigns, dragon lords of the old world. The primordial one created shining shades of itself. The number of these shades were 4. The primordial one, the hair, the unknown God. Are we talking about her too? The primordial one maybe have been the fanes. It had wings and a crown. It was birthed from an egg and androgynous in nature. But for the world to be created, the eggshell had to be broken. Our fanes and primordial one used the eggshell to separate the universe and microcosm of the world. 40 years after hell branches, 40 winters entombed the flames, and 40 summers churned the seas. The 7 sovereigns were vanquished and the 7 nations submitted to the heavens. Celestia did invade this world, which was originally on the Archon's rule. The primordial one, the great sovereign, began the creation of heaven and earth for our sake, that its creation we cherish most would soon appear upon this earth. Is Paimon related to the primordial one? When the eternal throne of heaven came, the world was made anew. Then the true Lord, the primordial one, came forth and did battle against the 7 terrifying sovereigns. We know Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, Fontaine, Natlin, Sumerup, Shinesnaya. The primordial one created shining shades of itself, and none of these shades were 4. Oh my god, 4 gods. These are talking about the heirs of Celestia, you guys. Is Paimon one of the 4 shades? The primordial one may be faint. It had wings and a crown, was birthed from an egg and androgynous in nature. For the world to be created, the eggshell had to be broken. However faint, the primordial one used the eggshell to separate the universe and microcosm of the world. No way, that's Asa, right? I mean, obviously, you and me are both thinking when you hear the word primordial, and I'm talking nonsense. 40 winters entombed the flames, and 40 summers churned the seas. The 7 sovereigns were vanquished. It's talking about 4 forms of the original god, right? The great sovereign began the creation of heaven and earth for our sake, that of its creation it cherished the most who soon appear upon this earth. Year of the Arcs opening? What? The mountains and rivers were made, the seas and oceans accepted those who rebelled and those who would not kneel. The primordial one and one of its shades created the birds of air, the beasts of the earth, the fish of the sea. Together they also created flowers, grass, and trees. They were finally creating human. Our ancestors numerous from the stars in the sky, uncountable as the sand on the shore. From the time our ancestors made a covenant with the primordial one, so entered into a new age. 400 years after the hell branches, 40 years are the hell branches, one faints or the primordial one. What the fuck? It had a crown. Paimon has a crown. The year of the ark's opening, the primordial one had a sacred plan for humans. As long as they were happy, it too rejoiced. The heavens would bring down food and rain as a party. The earth would bring down forth the riches. The melancholy were to spread. The heavens would reply with their voices. The one taboo was to succumb to temptation, but the path of temptation had already been sealed. The funeral year, Hutao's tongs, the second throne of heavens came. The war was rekindled. It was the world's creation. That day heaven collapsed and earth was rent asunder. Our ancestors and their ancestral land fell into this place during this conflict. Which ancestors? The era of darkness began. The era of people, the arrogation of mankind. Khaenri'ah. Is this a story of Khaenri'ah? The first year of darkness, the people of the Seven Swords have found refuge in the oceans. The Dragonairs, the dead, ruled this particular place, which led to war between them and our ancestors. Our ancestors chased them into the shadows, but with the light of 1,000 lanterns, they hid in those shadows, hunting us. But there's only darkness in this place, and so their hunting ground were untrammeled. The prayers of the people turned into lamentation, but the primordial one and its 3 other shining shades did not hear. This is when the gods turned their back against humanity. When did this all begin? The 3rd year of darkness. We knew the only one who had not forsaken us was the ruler of time. We knew the only one who had not forsaken us as the ruler of time. She was the moment. She was every moment. She was a measure of 1,000 winds. And the sun and the moon. She was every second of joy, every moment of rage, every instant of longing, every minute of obsession. She was every flash of delirium. We call her Karos, or the ruler of the unchanging world. We dare not speak her true secret name, and so I pen it here only once in reverse. Isatroth. The 2nd year of the sun and the moon, our ancestors saw the returning way, for surely the war on the surface had ended by then. But the primordial, it doesn't get over? The primordial one, the first throne, had laid down a ban, preventing our ancestors from finding the path home. In that case, the primordial one must have defeated the second who came. Abrax was imprisoned by the order of the Sunchild. How deep does this go? Now I know why Archons are kind of fidgety with Celestia. Because they needed the power of the divine for their people. So they wrote a pact. And I feel like the reason Zhongli went that final pact with Saritsa is because they went against the contract. And we all know how serious he is about contracts. And when Celestia attacked Khaenri'ah, that's why A cut her ties. That's why Zhongli went against, well, whatever ties he had with them. And that's why Wenti was so willing to give up his gnosis. But there's more to Wenti, and we already know that, don't we? I feel like Paimon is definitely one of the shades. It's pretty obvious. And how the gods turn on Khaenri'ah, Paimon not being able to defy Celestia, might turn on us one day against our bidding. So what about the Genesis Pearl then? Isn't that Celestia's motive? Like, what is up with that in that cutscene? And who was the hair that fell into darkness? I think that's Paimon, who shared the Book of Secrets with Khaenri'ah, causing the heavenly principles to stop the arrogation of mankind. But why is it that they don't want anyone to progress further? They want people to, and I quote, to be in a stand of motionlessness. Is it because they've seen the true nature of humans? How they fear us, which is nonsense. I mean, you're gods for a reason, right? What do us mortals got against you, right? Hey, little silly. You wanna go home? Cause I don't even know what home is in Teyvat at this point. Nah, I'm good, man. There's no reason to overact or anything. It's just, you know, we know a lot now. About gods and everything. I feel like the old man is looking at me now, so I really don't know, man. What does it got to do with us? The cute traveler, am I right? I just hope I'm right.